Healing isn't always gentle. Sometimes it tells you the truth you've been avoiding. What happens when we stop pretending we're okay? Transformation begins the moment truth is faced. A raw conversation about trauma, truth, and real healing. If you're tired of pretending you're okay, this conversation is for you. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Fire Ascension with Lisa and our super cool guest, Miss, is it do you pronounce it Zulma?
Yes, that's great.
Okay, Zulma.
Yes.
And Zulma is known as the swearing therapist. So, anybody, please, don't be offended. But if you're offended, then maybe there should not be any children in the room. Number one. And there is going to be language. So that's the warning.
Excellent, right? That is correct. So any parents now or in the future with children, put us on pause, come back later, because this is going to be a great one. We don't want to miss this. There is a reason why we feel good when we talk like truckers.
Yes.
I love it. Starting with some smiles. We're off to a wonderful start.
Yeah, I love it.
Well,
so let's find out right from the beginning. How did you become the swearing therapist?
Swearing is my way of keeping it real, is my way of being authentic. To me, bad words are abuse, in hunger, war, violence. Those are the real bad words, not the words that I use normally. And I'm still giving some time to the parents to take the children into another room. But it's like my way of, it's like, oh, fudge. No, you know what I want to say. So I'm going to say fuck. And I think that by bringing my authentic self into life and into my office with my clients, it allows and gives permission to them to be their authentic selves too. So I think that is like a modeling authenticity to inspire others.
And welcome, David. One of our longtime viewers, David, has a comment, and he says, there is a fair bit to swear about these days. Isn't that the truth, David? You're all the way on the other end of the planet. He's in the down under, Australia, I believe. So worldwide, we all have something to swear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And it's like, I think that I spend a lot of energy trying not to swear. And it's like, okay, we are all adults. And when I have a potential client reaching out to me, I offer a 15-minute free consultation to see what I could fit. Shit and fuck is going to come out of my mouth. If you are offended by that, I'm not the therapist for you. I will give you referrals. I'm glad that you made the call. So it's like, I want you to, it does me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And sometimes we are not always everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. And that's okay if we're not the flavor of for someone, right?
Because we're all adults here.
Exactly. So I think that by being authentic, No, right. But it's like, if I'm authentic, then you either like me or you don't. We either click or we don't. If we don't, I'm saving you a lot of time. Rather than me, Lisa, and then it's like a month into our friendship, I'm like, fuck this. And you're like, what the fuck happened? So it's like, with me, I have found that there is no gray area. You either hate me or you love me. Like, it's like, we either click or we don't. Either way, I sleep at night.
And what you see is what you get.
Yes.
Right
yes.
from the very first start.
Right, exactly.
And our sister Sam says, I have a smart, authentic mouth too. Awesome, Sam. Keep it authentic.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And sometimes it just feels good to just let it out. You know?
Yes.
That's how I feel. I mean, sometimes you just got to let it out. Tell it like it is.
Absolutely. And it happens a lot with my clients where, right, they're like, oh, can I? So I'm like, girl, please, this is your space. This is your time. Of course you can. Like, we had to keep it clean in so many different areas of our lives. It's kind of like, if you cannot be yourself in therapy or with me as a friend, it's like, what type of friendship are we cultivating, or what type of relationship, right? And as you said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but it's like, again, like, I'm saving you time, because if we are not clicking, go on with your life, and I go on with mine, and everybody happy. Like, I always say, I'm not tequila. I'm not gonna make everybody happy. Like, okay.
Yeah, I don't think tequila makes everybody happy either. It makes some people make it.
Or coffee, whatever. Right, exactly.
So, yeah, and I guess we could say you're not the typical family therapist, correct?
No, I work with adults, individual therapy only. I specialize in trauma, anxiety, and depression. And I work with highly therapy. I don't work with children. I used to work with children a long time ago. And I don't work with couples, because I cannot want this for my clients more than they do. So usually with children, it's like their parents are bringing the children. With a couple, one of the partners is bringing the other partner. I'm like, no, you know what? Like, do you want to get better? We're going to hit the ground running, because life is too short. So I don't have time to be like, oh, Lisa, let me know if you want to change. Like, call me when you're ready. Like, I'm not that type of therapist. So if you're ready to get better, it's going to get uncomfortable, but that is the path to healing, right? Like, when you go to the gym after you did an exercise for a while, the next day you cannot move your legs. If you give up, you're never going to get healthy. So with therapy, it gets worse before it gets better, right? But I don't work harder than my clients. If you are involved, if you're invested, I'm your girl. But I cannot want this more than you do for yourself, right? That's a free will. So, and a lot of people have found that, oh yeah, I'm ready, and then they realize, like, oh shit, this is a lot of work. And it's like, it is, because like, the one who is doing the work is you. Like, I always say, it's like, we're in a car, you are in the driver's seat, I'm the GPS. But if you don't give ignition and you don't turn on the car and you start driving, we are not going to get anywhere. So it's like, you really have to want it. And if you find out, you start and you find out, oh no, this is too hard, fine. again, I give you referrals, come back when you are ready. Like I go to therapists, I think that every good therapist should have their own therapist. And I tell my clients, oh, because my therapist said, and they're like, oh, you go to therapy? I'm like, damn right, I go to therapy. I'm human. Do you talk about me? The last thing I do, I talk about is your ass with my therapist. I have my own shit to talk with my therapist.
Right.
You know, and there is this idea that you're gonna come to me like, oh, what should I do? The fuck do I know what you should do? Like I barely know what to do with my own life, let alone tell you what to do with yours. We're gonna find the answers together, but I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Like, so there's like a lot of misinformation and a lot of stigma attached to therapy. But I think that my job as a therapist is to provide you with a different perspective, because when you are in the picture, you can now see the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me whatever, and I give it back to you, and I'm like, have you considered blah blah blah? Oh, I never look at it from that perspective. Good, my job is done, right? But I don't have the answers. Like, you are the expert in your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to tell you, like, Lisa, you do this, or even you do that? Like, bitch, like, you know,
Yeah.
take care of your own life. Like, leave me alone. Now, we are going to find the questions and the answers together.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that you're not telling people what to do. You're listening, you're gathering a perspective. And like you said, you can ask certain questions. You perceive things a little different than how we perceive things, and everybody perceives things differently. And it's
Right.
always good to put a different point of view on things. And, I understand if you start
Right.
therapy and you have traumas and you go, this isn't for me, or it's too uncomfortable. In my opinion, trying to heal from trauma is uncomfortable. And if you decide you're going to stop and not do it, I don't think it's going away.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going away. And so we have to work through being uncomfortable.
It is not. Absolutely. But I think that healing from anything is uncomfortable and painful, right?
Yes, it
It's
is.
like any physical ailment, like you name it, it's uncomfortable. But it's like the price that we are paying for not healing that eventually is going to become unbearable, right? So it's like denial is a powerful tool, but it's okay, I close my eyes, so you're not here. And it's like eventually I will have to open my eyes and see it, right? Like, so it's like we can run, but we cannot hide. Eventually we'll have, and I think so. It's like, okay, if you don't do it now, you're gonna do it in 20 years or in 10 years. Painful. So it's like, okay, if you're gonna do it, let's do it now, so that you can have a better life.
Yes.
Because again, like, nobody has tomorrow guarantee.
Okay. You were freezing up there for a minute for me. I don't know about anybody else.
I thought it was possibly my internet, because I have had situations before. So are we back? Are we on center? Are you with us, Selma? I think there might be just like a moment between us and her.
When she first came on, there was a little bit of a lag.
And she's, yes. Are you back with us, sister? She's
Here
waving.
I am. I'm back.
All right, stabilize.
Right.
Stabilize our connection. That's right.
Right.
We stabilize it. We're stabilizing
Yes.
the container right now.
This message needs to get out in the world. So let's get it out there.
And as you mentioned, like, why put it off the trauma? And one of my favorite sayings is, why put off tomorrow what you can get done today? So when it comes to the journey of healing, don't procrastinate. There's no better way to have self-love than to start peeling the layers of the trauma and healing it at the root of where it evolved from.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so, yeah. And what I'm curious if I can ask is,
absolutely,
what part, or how did you create this technique? Because nobody talks about swearing therapy. What inspired you, to utilize it like this, your healing technique?
So my own life, right? I think that that is never too late to become who we were meant to be. And it's like, so I developed this fight method, which for all of our listeners, grab a piece of paper and write this down. The F is for face the fear.
Face the fear. Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like I ran for so long, and then eventually here I am. So it's like, okay, I think that we need to fight for ours. The F is for face the fear. The I is for ignite pain into purpose. I believe that we are put through situations in life so that we can process them and inspire others. Just like the fruit tree, like the apple tree, the tree doesn't eat the apples. The apples are for us. So these things that we go through, the pain that we experience, is for us to transform it into purpose and inspire others. The G is for grow through discomfort. Again, it's not going to be a walk in the park, but if we can find a way to grow through that discomfort, it's like it is worth it. What is on the other side is so worth it, which is yourself who is healing and growing. The H is for honor imperfect progress. We are not perfect, but as far as you're making progress, if you are moving, you are not where you were. So just keep honoring that. Well, I don't see the results and I continue to feel awful and blah. Just keep moving forward. And I always say we're waiting for the fireworks, and it's like, no, when the true change comes from the inside, is that realization that was triggering you so much. It's like, oh, I can fucking go through this conversation and I'm not triggered, right? And that is because the change that comes from the inside is so integrated that we want it. I didn't get triggered. And it's like, no, it's like, oh shit, I can talk about this and I'm not triggered. And then the T for fight, try again, right? It's like, it didn't fucking work out. Try another thing. Keep trying. Try again. So face the fear, ignite pain into purpose, grow through discomfort, honor imperfect progress, and try again. Fight. And you fight for yourself. So this new version of you that you are creating is the cherry on top, if you would, because really we are growing to the entire process. So the fact that you are healed, or you heal this layer, and that influence who you are as a person, so you become a better person and a better mom and a better dad and a better partner and a better son and a better, like it does it, the ripple effect is unbelievable. A lot of times we're like, well, no, it's okay, like I'm okay. It's okay enough? I want you to be happy. Are you happy? Well, I've been doing this for 10 years. Okay, that's a great piece of information. Are you fucking happy? If not, you need to fight for yourself.
Yeah. That is the ultimate goal, is our happiness.
Mm-hmm. And your acronyms for fight, Sam says she loved it. And David also, and this is in regards to the healing journey, forgiveness is key, but you never forget.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Thank you. David always has some nice things to say.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you.
And so, let's see.
Absolutely. Yes, David. And the thing is, oh.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, forgiveness, remember that forgiveness is for ourselves, it's never for the other person, right?
Yes.
But you forget so that you can set boundaries with the people that you need to set boundaries with. Because if you hurt me and I continue, and you hurt me again and I continue, and you hurt me again, it's like, okay, bitch, like, what are you doing? So yes, David, thank you for that.
I agree that forgiveness is for ourselves. I can, and the thing is, honestly, I can forgive people for doing a lot of stuff. But I feel like when it comes to forgiving ourselves, that's the hardest thing to forgive. Do you find that in your practice?
Absolutely. And I find it with myself. Absolutely, because we are our worst enemies, right? It's like, oh, like our expectations of others are probably down here, but our expectations of ourselves are over here. And it's like, and I'm so hard on myself, and it's like, bitch, turn it down. Like you are learning, right? Like you don't have to have everything figured out. But yes, absolutely, it even comes into the picture, and compassion is not complete if it doesn't include ourselves, right? Like self-compassion is so important, because oh my God, I feel for Lisa and I feel for David and I feel for Raven, but if like I put Zulma, well, bitch, like get up and fucking do it. It's like, wait, where is the self-compassion? And I think that's why it is so hard, because like we forget that we also need love. We need to love ourselves, and we
And we need to forgive ourselves too.
Mhm.
Yes.
yes. Just think of it this way: we've been so hard on ourselves, and it's like, are we feeling well when I'm like, you stupid bitch, to myself? I don't feel well doing that.
Mm-mm.
Let's try loving ourselves and have compassion and see what happens.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I think
Right?
that when we're hard on ourselves,
Because we have all this compassion to other
and when we bring our
people. My
frequencies down,
best friend, if she makes a mistake, it's like, girl, please don't worry about that. That self-compassion is so important.
it is. I agree. So I want to talk about the masks we wear. You talk about authenticity. Why do some people wear masks? I think our internet is.
Mhm. We froze again.
So you mentioned the masks that we wear.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes. We talk. You talk a lot about
You were
authenticity.
you did you ask about the masks that we
Yes.
wear?
Why do
Mhm.
some people wear masks? Well, I think we all wear
So
masks.
I I think that we use, right. I think that we use, yes, we do, and we do it all the time, including myself. Like if I'm talking I'm having an issue, or if I'm talking to someone in immigration in Panama, I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, what up, bitch?" Like, no, I will speak properly, and But it's like at this point in my life, is like the less situations, the better. But I think we all wear masks because we are so worried of other people's judgment. And the thing is that, so I try to please. Okay, so I think that Lisa wants me to say this, and I think that Raven wants me to say this, and so I'm gonna try to please everybody. But the problem with that is that we lose ourselves in that. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna wear red because that's what Lisa likes, and I'm gonna wear blue because that's what Raven. What the fuck do you like when you look in the mirror, right? So it's like and the reality is that happiness is a decision. So I cannot make anybody happy, because I could be bending backwards to please you, and you still are gonna be fucking miserable. So I think the sooner we realize that happiness is a personal decision, the circumstances are irrelevant. There are people who have a terminal diagnosis and they are happy. And there are people who have everything and they are not happy, right? So, but I think that one of the keys is that once you start learning who you are and what you like, the faces start coming off. And I think that that comes with age. In my case, it started, I'm a recovered people pleaser, believe it or not, but it started with my cancer diagnosis. Because at the time of my cancer diagnosis, I was at the bottom of the list, trying to please you, trying to hurt. And then I made a click. I was like, okay, I put myself at the top, which is very hard, especially for women, and have children myself. But if you are a mom, it's like, no, my children come first. And that is, I understand the logic of that. But the thing is that you cannot give from an end. Is my internet affecting everybody? Or is it like,
yeah,
There's a lag. You're still coming through, but it's
okay. Too soon. So from other people's judgments. But the thing is that other people are going to do what other people are going to do. We have no control. I have no control over what you are thinking or doing or saying. So if I start putting myself first and honoring myself, then it becomes a lot easier. Because you're not going to like me. And again, that's fine. Because the sooner I am honest and truthful, the sooner I'm going to find my tribe.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And also for our audience, let me just say,
and I think that comes with age.
So right up there, where Lisa is pointing, if you take a picture with your phone, you will go to Zulma's website.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh,
and she also has.
What are we doing? Oh,
we're pointing to your advertisement. We are directing.
I'm like, we are all pointing, so I'm pointing too.
Yes. Oh, both of them are gone. Okay, Lisa's back. So we're pointing to your website.
Mm-hmm.
And you also
you
also have a YouTube channel. Is that correct?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel, The Swearing Therapist. I have my Instagram, The Swearing Therapist, and I started a new Instagram account in Spanish, which is The Swearing Therapist, but in Spanish. And so you can find a lot of different videos and ideas about mental health and life in general. And also on my website, you can find my podcast, which is a solo podcast called "Keeping It Real with Zulma, the Swearing Therapist." All of the episodes are explicit, so no children in the car when you are listening to my podcast.
Absolutely. And you are in Panama, correct?
Yes, I recently moved. Next week is going to be 6 months. I cannot believe how time flies. Yes. So I was born and raised in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I moved to the United States at age 31. I was working in accounting for a long time, and I always had this passion for helping others. And I was like, oh, I think I want to be a therapist. So I started my bachelor's of social work at 42. I graduated at 46. I was on track to do my master's. And 6 weeks after graduation, I got diagnosed with breast cancer, because life is what happens when you have other plans. So I moved back to Argentina to be close to my family, take care of my health. And then I was like, no, I want to celebrate my 50th birthday in Las Vegas with the. I celebrated my 50th birthday and I started my master's. And then fast forward to 2025, I celebrated my 60th birthday in Hawaii. And I was like, I need to figure a way of living by the ocean. I couldn't afford it in the States. So I pray about it. The answer was Panama. And here I am. I've been enjoying the ocean waves and sounds in energy for the last 6 months. And it is a huge adjustment, although I speak the language, but it's like, this is awesome. And I think that, my motto is, I had cancer, cancer didn't have me. And I think that can be applied to any challenge that anybody is currently facing. It doesn't have to be a diagnosis, but if you own the situation that you are in, instead of allowing the situation to own you, then you can make better decisions that are aligned with where you want to go in life. So, when I have clients telling me like, oh, I'm too old to go back to school, I'm like, I studied my bachelor's at 42, my master's at 50, and English is not my first language. What the fuck is your excuse? You're barking at the wrong tree. Like, so my, it's like, it's never too late. And I am proof of that. So it's like, I wanted to live by the ocean. And it's not like just living by the ocean. I enjoy swimming in the ocean. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have the best listeners. Oh my God. Yes.
So our one of our viewers, Sam, says, in order to love others, we need to love ourselves first. In order to be kind to others, we need to be kind to ourselves first. In order to care for others, etc., etc. So again, that's that large arrow to self-love. It's got multiple uses and purposes to be applied for. Self-love.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not abandoning ourselves.
Absolutely. Because again, right, we cannot give from an empty vessel. So taking care of you is a necessity. And that is so hard for, and I'm overgeneralizing, but that is so hard for women to put in practice, because oh no, like, my children, my family, okay, if you don't put yourself at the top, you cannot take care of your family and your children. And so we really need to take care of ourselves first. Thank you, Sam, for that. Yes, that is awesome.
And our dear David says, my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in late April of 2024.
Wow.
Her tumors disappeared before Christmas of the same year, and she was back at work within 12 months. Success.
Praise the Lord. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. That is so scary, but I'm glad that the tumors disappear and she is back at work. Like, it has been back at work. It's like, again, like, I think that these challenges come to teach us something. And I always say, we're either in life, we're either happy or we are learning something, right? Like, so if we can learn something from a situation, then it's not a wasted time because you are winning anyway, right? I don't believe in failure. If shit goes the way that you plan it, you're happy. If shit doesn't go the way that you plan it, you're learning something. So you're still winning.
I like that. I'll have to think of it that way from now on.
Right? Like, and I'm not being a Pollyanna by any means. It's like, no, if I'm learning something, then the situation is not wasted. Right?
Right. Yeah, I get it, and I like that way of looking at it. It's a good perspective.
Right. So anyhow, to close the idea of Panama, is like I wanted to not only live by the ocean, but I enjoy swimming in the ocean. So because there are a lot of places that you cannot bathe, is either too dangerous or there are too many rocks or whatever. But I wanted to do it while I can still enjoy it. I didn't want to wait until I was 85 and I probably cannot get in the water. I want to do it now that I still can swim in the ocean and enjoy it. Like, to fucking look at it from the window. No, I wanted to truly enjoy it. And I think that because nobody has tomorrow guaranteed, if we live every day to the fullest, then there's going to be no regrets. We can take this as, oh my God, I might die today, or we can take it, which we don't know when we are going to transition. But if like you can take it as, because I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow, I live to the fullest today, right? I tell everybody, like I tell you how much I love you, because I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow. I don't know if you are going to be here tomorrow. So it's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Like you said before, it's like, no, let's get it fucking done today. When somebody transitions in addition to the grief, there is a lot of guilt present a lot of times, because I didn't spend that much time with that person, or I didn't tell you I love you. I didn't say I love you enough to that person. And I'm like, okay. So learn from that and start telling the people in your how much you love. Regrets, the same regrets you had with that person, with this person. So again, like if we can learn from the situation, yay, thank you for the situation, right? Grief is love that has nowhere to go. So if you are grieving, if you are in pain because somebody transitioned, or you lost a job, or you are going through a divorce, whatever, it's because you love that person. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be grieving. So it's like, a lot of times we are like pushing the pain away. It's like, let's embrace the pain, because that means how much I love this person or this situation or whatever. And it's like, okay, let's make room for that pain so we can honor it. And then eventually it's going to be lower and lower. I don't think the pain goes away, because again, it's like, I love my mom. When she transitioned, I still, like, all these years later, I'm like, I'm sure that she's so proud of me for when I accomplish something or whatever. And it's like, my heart still has a little bit of pain, but a lot of pride. And now I remember the good times and more than the sad times. And it's like, I think it's a process, but it's like, I still feel that because I love her.
Mhm.
So it's like someone who I didn't know, it's like, okay, you're not going to be fucking grieving for that person or that situation or that fucking job that, like, oh, I lost my job. And it's like, it might be a fucking blessing in disguise. You never know, right? Like the universe is pushing you through something bigger and better because you're going to fucking be there until the day you die. And it's like, not all changes, like we don't like change, but change is the only constant in life.
Yes.
So if you lose a job, it might be the biggest blessing. You are not going to know until later on in life, where you look back and you're like, oh, if that didn't happen, this wouldn't happen and that wouldn't happen.
Mhm.
Right? So I think that embracing the shit that we don't understand is so important, because we're going through it anyway. So you
Mhm.
kicking and screaming or embracing it, you're fucking doing it anyway. Okay, embrace it.
Exactly. Yes.
What we resist persists. So it's like, I don't want this, and it's like, okay, I understand, but it's like the sooner we embrace it, the easier it is on us, whatever fucking situation we're going through.
I always say the universe doesn't understand that we're saying we don't want something. As long as we're putting our energy towards it, we're going to get what we put our energy towards. So when you don't want it and you put that energy out there, that's what you're going to get anyway.
Absolutely. So be careful, where
What
you
you
are putting your thoughts and energy into.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's that old saying, be careful what you ask for. You just might get it.
Yes, exactly.
Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
any thoughts?
Well, I always have thoughts and questions. We know this to be true. And we have like an 8-second delay between us and Zulma. So when we're, so Zulma, be patient with us, as we try to get these questions to you in between this little delay we have here, but we're working with it.
No,
because
of course.
we transmute. We transmute through the bullshit. There we go. I swore. Oh, but and we have so many great questions
Yes!
lined up for you. See, she heard me swear. We have so many great questions lined up for you. And Sister Raven, I feel like maybe, are there something that you wanted to ask from all these amazing questions you came up with?
Well, I do have some notes, and we've already talked about the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that she has talked about healing and transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Is healing ever truly complete, or is it a lifelong journey?
I think it's a lifelong journey, because we are always changing and growing. And with that come the pains of growing, right? Like, so it's like,
Mhm.
I think that is, as far as we continue to discover things in our lives, it's a lifelong journey. And something that I'm so eager to continue learning and discovering about myself and my clients, because it's like, yeah, if you are not, you're completely healed, or you're complete, or whatever, it's like, oh, you're probably about to transition. So it's like, let me stay here for a little longer. Like, so I think it's a lifelong journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sam also says she believes it's a lifelong journey too. I believe a lot of us can agree with that statement.
And I know in my one of my questions was, can pain become purpose? And if so, how? I know that you did talk about purpose earlier. But can we talk about how pain can become purpose for somebody?
Right. Again, like I go back to what I said before, that if we are either happy or we are learning something, right? Like, so if I can learn from this pain, I think that I'm transforming it into purpose, right? Like, because it's like, if I stay closed into the pain of my diagnosis or whatever it might be, the presenting challenge right now, I'm missing so much out of this opportunity to discover a lot about myself and others. So I think that if I can invite the pain and feel it, and then ask higher power, higher energy, God, whatever you want to call it, to help you understand what was the purpose of that. Because I think that everything we go through in life has a purpose for us, and it's our job to discover it. Like, if you look back at your own life, you're going to see that because of that pain, because of all the things that you've been through, you became the person that you are today. Like it or not, nobody likes the pain, right? But I didn't like my cancer diagnosis, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't probably be doing this interview, because it's like I transformed that pain into purpose in trying to inspire others, right? Like, so it's like, oh shit, okay. So it's like, let's embrace it. So I think that we feel the pain, we give a space for the pain, we create a space for the pain, and then we find the purpose later. I cannot find the purpose while I'm going through my active diagnosis. But after I'll take care of the shit, I can look back and be like, oh, okay. So again, like with the apple tree, it wasn't for me, I don't think. It was for me to transform it and give it to others. What I learned because of that, right? So I think that that is a way to transform the pain into purpose, by learning from it and sharing that with others in your own way. You can write a book, you can do a talk, you can go on TV, you can share with your friends, however you feel comfortable. But don't, I think that we all have a message, all of us. And if we don't say it, we're depriving the world from something so important that only you can deliver in that particular way. So it's like,
Yeah.
let's
Lisa
transform
and
that.
Lisa and I have a wounded healer class going on right now. And it is basically,
Nice.
those of us who have gone through some issues, and we're here for others going through those issues because we can understand it a little bit better.
Absolutely. Right. Sam commented a few moments ago, our whole life is a long process of learning, healing, and discovering ourselves, which is so true. And
Amen.
And Sam also says, I love the Wounded Healers class. Well, thank you for the beautiful feedback, Sam. We are honored to share space.
Yes.
With those. Now, if you don't mind just giving a little insight, like, so in regards to sessions, right? We know where people can find you. Okay, wrong way, Lisa. This way. Yeah, we know how people can find you, right? So if someone wants to work with you,
Yeah.
what would like a typical, like, because obviously one time meeting with you and speaking is not ideal, right? It in regards to therapy, it's something that takes a little time, if I'm not mistaken, to unravel and get to the root. But
Right.
Like, does the swearing start the first session to like get that shit out of there? Just spit it out.
Oh, yeah.
What the
The swearing starts in the first fucking consultation call to see what a good fit. Like,
awesome. Awesome.
right? Like, so for anybody interested in right, it's like, you know, this is how I do it. We schedule a 15-minute consultation, complimentary consultation, to see what your goals are. Like, if I am the, you know, like, that is because, like, for example, I don't work with substance abuse, although it's so intertwined with trauma. But it's like, if you are actively using, I'm not the therapist for you. So we discuss the, you know, your goals, whatever. And then if we feel that we are a good fit for each other, and I encourage all the viewers and listeners to, you are interviewing the therapist too. It's not one way, it's not me asking questions. You are interviewing me also, right? Like, so if you don't feel like we are clicking, move on, like, next. Because if you don't feel that, you're never gonna open up, because you're not gonna trust me, right? Like, so the rapport is not going to be there. So okay, so we determined that we're a good fit. We establish an appointment for an initial assessment, which is a bunch of questions. And then the second session, we start the real work. Now, I'll say this with quotation marks, because I need to earn your trust. I don't expect you to sit there and fucking open up like a book, because, like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know. So we start conversation. Like, if you feel comfortable opening up, by all means. But it's like, I'm not expecting it immediately. It's something that is built through the sessions. And if we have like a specific, so let's say that you have a specific trauma you want to process, we can do that. I'm certified in accelerated resolution therapy, which is a technique that is been designed to process trauma. But then we are going to be talking, because it's like, okay, this motherfucker left me, and it's like, okay, let's talk about why you are changing faces to the same motherfucker, right? Like, that's a pattern that, because it was Peter, now it's Paul, it will be Carlos, whatever, right? So it's like, let's get into the pattern of why you get involved in these relationships. And that's when the real work begins, because and then life gets in the way, right? Because, like, we might be talking about a trauma from childhood, but then your kid got sick, or something happened at school or whatever, and we are going to talk about that too. No, let's not talk about your kid. That's part of your life. Like, what you mean? Like, you know, the trauma from childhood can wait until the next session. Like, so, but it's more like a conversation where I ask questions that will, again, guide you into finding your own answers, right? I think that I have my superpower is to listen to what is not being said. So I'm so present in my session that you are saying blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, what I'm hearing is blah, blah, blah. That's not what you said. But then I have my clients say, oh, yes, you got it. And I'm like, okay, let's call it a day. Because when I get like that, I think it's divine intervention, is not me. So, but if like you feeling understood and not judge, one of the best compliments my clients can give me is like, I didn't feel judged by you. Yay, mission accomplished, right? Because we are
Yes.
judging ourselves, society is judging us, our family is judging us, our friends. So if you can openly talk about whatever, and you are feeling safe enough to talk about whatever, and you are not feeling judged by me, yay, my job is done, you know. Because a
Yes.
lot of times it's about providing that safe space and guiding you through with a couple of suggestions about how to better use your energy. But it's like you are doing all the work, and it's hard, and we laugh a lot, like, simply because we're talking about trauma doesn't mean that we have to be like, oh my god. It's like one time I had a lady, she's been in a car accident and she was trapped in the car. And so she was telling me, there was an old lady, and she was telling me that a firefighter was holding her hand while the other ones were working on cutting the car, so the car door, so she could be removed. And I look at her and I said, was he hot? And she just burst out laughing, right? And I'm like, simply because it was a traumatic event. It's like, and then, she started laughing, and immediately the energy changed. I'm not diminishing what happened, but by saying that, it's like, oh, okay, we can have continue the conversation. But because I'm like, a firefighter holding your hand, girlfriend, like, okay, let's talk about it. So but I use a lot of humor because I think that humor is so healing. So I'm not laughing at you, we are laughing together.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I believe that we could carry on conversations for a
Oh my
long
goodness.
time. So
Absolutely.
we may have to have you back on our show. As a matter of fact, I think we should have you back on our show. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And but one question that we always ask all of our guests is, what message would you like to leave our audience with tonight?
I would love to close with this. If you woke up today, that means that your mission in life is not complete. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you're going to come on the other side of the challenge you're currently facing. Thank you so much for having me.
That was so
This has
beautiful.
been such a pleasure.
So, and
Thank
for
you.
everyone watching, we'd love to hear from you. You can still put a comment on the replay, and we will go and we will answer that comment on the replay. But for everyone watching, we'd love to hear from you. What part of today's conversation resonated with you?
Thank you, Zulma, for your time and energy. This was fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. Such an honor.
It is an honor to have you, and we love meeting you, and you're going to have to come again. So as I'm ending the stream, there is a little note that says, stay in the studio until the outro video finishes playing, or the broadcast may not end properly. So everybody has to stay until the end. And we have one more comment before it's all done and over with.
Sam says,
oh,
I really
thank you,
enjoyed
Sam.
the show. Yes. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
Indeed. Have a pleasant evening, everybody.